Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Silent Night. So, we have reached the end of the Silent Night, Deadly Night franchise reviews, and you gotta end it off with a remake. That's usually how it goes. But actually, this might not be the end of the Silent Night, Deadly Night franchise reviews because recently, I read that there's supposed to be a another Silent Night, Deadly Night installment coming out in 2025. So, um, yeah, I mean, if that comes out, I have to watch it. I'm contractually obligated to do, you know, every movie in a horror franchise. It says it in my YouTube contract, so I gotta do what I gotta do. But anyways, for now, we're at the end of the Silent Night, Deadly Night franchise reviews. We're ending off with the 2012 remake Silent Night, and yeah, it was a looking back, it was a beautiful series of reviews. You had some ups, you had some downs, uh, and you had a gentleman screaming garbage day and proceeding to shoot someone. So that's all we need. That's what I'm talking about. So anyways, you might be asking, hey, what's your overall opinion of Silent Night? Um, here's the deal. I just being 100% honest, I thought this movie was okay. It was decent. It was serviceable. Did I love it? Did it knock my socks off? Absolutely not. But it wasn't a bad remake by any means. It was okay. I probably wouldn't watch it again, but yeah, it was decent. Nothing wrong with it. So there you go. Um, so in terms of a plot summary, the movie uh, focuses on this young woman. Her name's Aubrey, and she's a police officer, and her and the rest of the police force are trying to stop this mass killer who's dressed as Santa Claus, and this mass killer dressed as Santa Claus is, killing people who he believes are naughty, and he wants to punish them because of their naughty deeds. So that is the basic plot summary. Um, Jumping into some likes first. The kills in this were pretty darn good. That was like the best part of this movie. That were like was the kills. Like the kills were the best part of the movie. There was quite a bit of variety. The kills were creative. A lot of them, you know, went along with the whole Christmas theme. I'm gonna go over some standouts. So my my absolute favorite kill in the movie is this wood chipper kill. This girl is just shoved into a wood chipper. I mean, what more can you ask for? That's fantastic. I love to see it. I'm here for it. I'm always down for a nice wood chipper kill. So that was my favorite. There was this, early on in the movie. There was this gentleman who was electrocuted with a bunch of Christmas lights. I mean, that's very festive. It's in line with the whole Christmas atmosphere, the whole Christmas spirit. So, I thought that was a great kill. And then you got a recreation of the antler kill from the first Silent Night, Deadly Night. I mean, what better Christmas present is there than the fact that this movie had a recreation of the antler kill? The antler kill is I mean, it's so iconic. It almost brings a tear to my eye thinking about it. But when I like they kind of the way that they set it up, they kind of foreshadowed it, like right before, where you see, some antlers on the wall, and you're just hoping and praying, like, please recreate the antler kill. And then at first you're like, I don't know, is the killer gonna throw this girl on these antlers? And he does, and it's so fulfilling. It just, I don't know, it warms my heart to see that type of stuff. So yeah, the antler kill, they recreated that. That was cool. There was actually some other callbacks as well. So, you know, you had the antler kill. Later on in the movie, this one police officer, the sheriff, who's played by Malcolm McDowell, asked this one police officer to take out the trash, and he's like talking to himself. He's like, "What is it? Garbage day?" They had a garbage day callback. Let's go, dude. I was ecstatic. I was like, let's effing go, man. Garbage day callback. Come on. Once again, that type of stuff warms my heart. And since I mentioned Malcolm McDowell, gotta give him a little shout out. He did very well in this. He killed it. He always kills it. He's the man. He's like future Loomis. He's like, you know, new age Loomis. And you know, even though, of course, Donald Pleasance is my favorite Loomis, the OG Loomis. He can never be topped. He absolutely just, I mean, like what he did with that role was just, like, I can't even put it into words. Like, Donald Pleasance was Dr. Loomis, but, you know, Malcolm McDowell in the Rob Zombie Halloweens, he had big shoes to fill, and I think he did pretty well portraying Rob Zombie's version of Dr. Loomis. It was like a, you know, slightly different character, but yeah, I got a special place in my heart for Malcolm McDowell since he was since, you know, he played Dr. Loomis. So, you know, he killed it as Dr. Loomis. He was also you know, great in this movie. So always cool to see him. There was this like funny instance where like the killer is confronting him, and then Malcolm McDowell's character, he's like, "You just brought a flamethrower to a gunfight," and then he's like, you think like he's gonna like actually like pop off and do something, but he's instantly killed. He's just talking all that noise and then just instantly dies. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, anyways, I like that Garbage Day callback. I like seeing Malcolm McDowell, and they also did a callback to the whole grandpa scene. You know, you had this kid, he had like some catatonic grandfather, and then his grandfather starts, like when you know, no one else is in the room, his grandfather starts talking and says some crazy, creepy stuff, and like right before that, the kid was like stealing all his grandpa's money out of his wallet. So, you know, of course he died, because that's like a big, like I said, that's like a recurring theme in this movie is the killer is punishing naughty individuals. Like there's these people, they're doing an adult film shoot, they're killed. The one gentleman who was killed with the Christmas lights, he was cheating on his partner. And then there's this one bratty girl who, you know, she's killed because she's just ungrateful and she's like a brat. I was surprised. I didn't think she was gonna die because she was only like 14 years old, and I was like, they're not gonna kill her, right? She, you know, she's too young. Like, cause usually that's taboo in horror films. You don't like kill younger people, but I mean, the killer killed her. But that whole sequence with the bratty girl was absolutely hilarious. So she was just over the top mean, over the top bratty, and it was hilarious. Like her mom is standing around, and the girl just like smacks her mom's pills down, and they go all over the floor, and her mom's like, "No, those are my heart pills. I need those, not my heart pills." And then the girl's just like, "Mom, take me shopping now. I need to get LV. I need to get Louis Vuitton. I'm trying to get Louis Vuitton. I'm trying to get that drip. All right, go spend money on me. Let's go to the mall right now. I'm trying to cash out. I'm trying to get that drip. I can't be wearing Gap. I can't be wearing Abercrombie, Mom. I'm trying to get dripped out. I'm trying to get that LV. I'm trying to get Gucci, you know? I'm trying to rock designer, Mom. Come on. Like, I mean, that's pretty hardcore to smack your mom's heart pills on the ground, which, you know, she probably needs to survive. So that's you know, you're already starting out pretty bad. And then you proceed to force your mom to take you shopping to buy Louis Vuitton, to buy that LV, which is like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You're being ungrateful. You can't just say, hey, you know what? If I get well, I don't know, what do kids get? Like, if you're 14, hey, maybe if I got some candies in my stocking, maybe if I got a $100 gift card, that'd be cool. But no, she knocks down her mom's pills that she needs to survive, and then in a mean, bratty tone, like, demands her mom to take her shopping for, you know, Louis V, and spend, like, probably wants her mom to spend hundreds on her, talking about at least $500. You step in the you know, the Louis V store, you're already spending $400. You want to get a keychain, that's gonna be $6,000. So yeah, that whole sequence was hilarious because the girl was just over the top mean, you know, smacking her mom's heart pills. And then the fact that she was, you know, trying to get that Louis V drip, it was funny, and I mean, I respect it, you know, because, I mean, sometimes, I mean, I'm a crusty bum. I just wear Nightmare on Elm Street shirts all day, that you know, my brother gave me. Like, I don't get dressed up really, but I mean, I respect trying to, you know, rock a designer and get, you know, dripped out. So shouts out to that girl. It was unfortunate what happened, but she kind of had it coming, so what are you gonna do? But anyways, I have like one more kind of neutral and or positive. Wait, no. It is a positive, and it's not one. I got two more points. So something else that this film did well was the Christmas atmosphere was fantastic in this. You know, I thought the first two films in the franchise really had, you know, good Christmas atmosphere. Some of the later sequels, not so much. They sprinkled a little Christmas flavor in there in little incremental bits, but it didn't feel like some of the other sequels in the franchise didn't feel like a Christmas movie. This movie absolutely positively felt like a Christmas movie. You know, like when characters would walk around the town, there would be Christmas decorations everywhere. They would be at their desk. There's all these little Christmas set dressings. Like, there's all these Santas walking around. It felt like Christmas. So I really appreciated that. And then something else that was, you know, that I liked for the most part about this movie was it was kind of a back to basics approach. You had, you know, part 3, 4, and 5, even though I like part 4, part 3, 4, and 5 just went, you know, they went crazy. They really had nothing to do with the first two movies. They got a little supernatural with it. They got a little sci-fi with it. This is just back to basics. It's just a Christmas slasher. Nothing more, nothing less. So, you know, even though I like that, like the fourth film was experimental and was its own thing, you know, by the time I got to the fifth movie, and there's, you know, all these killer toys going on, and it's getting a little crazy, I'm glad that they went back to basics. Like if you're watching the movies in succession, it's nice because you're like, all right, they can't get any crazier than, you know, witches and killer toys. Let's rein it in a little bit. So they definitely reined it in. So that was cool. Um, Now I'm just going over a couple negatives, and then I'm gonna head out. Like I said, I don't dislike this movie by any means, but you know, it is just okay, serviceable. So one of the one of the main, I can never talk in these videos, it's so bad. One of the main gripes that I had with the movie is just in my opinion, it's kind of a generic by the numbers slasher. Like I said, the kills are great and there's some callbacks, but you know, it really did feel very basic, and you know, compared to other remakes of the time, it didn't really stand out. I mean, they did something like, it's not just like a total recreation of the first movie, which is cool. So like they tried to switch it up a little bit, but it did feel very generic. It's like, okay, there's a guy dressed as Santa killing people. Like the first movie, the original Silent Night Deadly Night, it had quite a bit of story. It was a slower burn in a good way. And the first Silent Night Deadly Night, it's like culturally significant because it was so controversial at the time. It was pulled from theaters, and you watch the first Silent Night Deadly Night today, it's still shocking. It like that movie has some dark, very dark themes in it, and it almost feels like a true crime documentary. Like you're getting in the head of the killer. Like you're seeing like everything that set him off. So, you know, the first Silent Night Deadly Night movie, I feel like was like, the story was fantastic. It was like culturally significant. It was shocking. It was dark. This movie, you know, it like for the time it came out, it didn't really push any boundaries. It was just another remake, and it wasn't, like I said, the kills were decent. The story, there wasn't a lot of story, but it was serviceable. Everything about Silent Night, it's just like, besides the kills were like a standout. They were above average, but everything else was just average. Like nothing wrong with it, but it wasn't great. Like I feel like the first Silent Night Deadly Night is a standout. It's a memorable movie. This movie was just kind of, other than the kills, it was pretty forgettable. And yeah, that was pretty much. I wrote a couple bullet points, but I kind of summed up all my bullet points there. So yeah, that's all I have for negatives. So now I'm gonna get into my recommendation, and then I'm gonna head out. So even though I thought Silent Night was just okay, I think overall, if you stack it up to other entries in the franchise, I think this one is one of the better entries. You know, part 3 and part 5, I really was not a fan of. I think this is better than those. So if you are a fan of other installments in the franchise, I think this is worth checking out once. But I would say, you know, don't, you know, get your expectations too high. It's you know, it's nothing too crazy. It's just, you know, it's just a serviceable, decent little horror movie. It's not great, but is it good? Yes. So yeah, I would recommend watching Silent Night. And you know, it does have a lot of good Christmas atmosphere. So if you're looking for something to watch around Christmas time, I think this one, you know, it's worth checking out. So that has been my recommendation, and that has been my review of Silent Night. Thank you all very much for watching, and peace out.